I got major problems. Both of these windows, this window and then that guy in the bedroom, are leaking. And I think they're leaking because this window is supposed to be a vertical window, and this right here is supposed to as an edge for water to drip off. This was meant to be up like that. I think that is why it's leaking, and I've caulked and recocked the crap out of it, and both of them non-stop leaking. So we got to fix that. Okay, so I got this window out. It is quite unfortunate because all of this framing, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just take it all out. Take out the top rail, take at least this bottom header out so I can have access to cleaning out this, because I want to make sure that this does not leak at all. Like, not even a little bit. So I got to seal it up really, really good, rip all of this framing out, caulk the window, mount the window, drill the window in, and then freaking recaulk again. And yeah, that's the next step here. Okay, so what I was doing is I had rivets that were sticking out, and I just want to make sure that this is as flush as I can get it. So when I throw that window in there, I'm super tight. There's no leaks, no gaps, no leaks. Things aren't going smoothly. This opening is way too big. The windows I got, which I believe were the right measurements, were 29.5 long ways and 35.5 from top to bottom. And of course, this is way bigger than that. So I think what my solution is, I'll grab this scrap piece that I cut out here, cut out a piece, kind of like this. I'll do like an L. Something like this, and then this thickness is, I need to be 2 inches, and then this thickness here needs to be 5 1/4. That's kind of what I need to do. So I do have the piece that I bumped out of here. So if I cut out a from that scrap piece an L that comes 2 inches down from the top, and then come to this corner. So there's a gap between here and there. That's just 5 inches and a quarter. And then weld that kind of L shape in to the window. And yeah, she should work. The problem is I've never welded before. So, what's up? I tell you I'm a professional welder now. All right, so the plan is to make this opening shorter, or smaller rather. It's too big for the window, so I gotta make it fit for that window. I have bought a welder, and I've been practicing, and I'm like a professional now, you know? Give me my journeyman's welder card. Yeah, so I've been practicing. I think I have it down enough to get this done. All the videos say you just have to like just go super slow, control your puddle, and yeah, a bunch of welder stuff. Just kidding, I am not a professional. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean these edges up, because what I'm planning to do is run a bead all the way up this way, maybe a little bead to about here, there, all the way up, and then all the way across, and then down 2 1/8, I believe. I gotta come down 2 1/8. So I gotta clean these edges up. Get these stickers off up at the top, and sand down to bare metal, because in my experience, the little that I have, you strike a spark a lot easier. But yeah, I've been struggling trying to get that spark going, but I think what it was is I didn't have my amps turned up high enough. I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. I did like 3 beads. Honestly, I just welded this together. I took that apart, welded it together. I welded this together, and hit it with a couple sledgehammer whacks, and you know, it stayed together pretty good. So yeah, I feel like my training is good enough to get this going. So let's get started cleaning this up a little bit. Some touch-up areas I need to get back and doing. This was really hard to do because that stuff is super thin, and welding thin metal is, I don't know, I don't really recommend it for beginners because you could burn through it, which let me tell you, I have. But yeah, it's also really hard to do this like this way, for me at least, because, you know, figuring out where your rod is at and how your puddle is dripping, because, you know, you have to manipulate your puddle to, you know, fit it in there and keep metal together. Yeah, I found that super hard, so I started to record it, but then I just stopped because it literally took me like all day just to get this little piece in. But got it in. Yeah, so I'm just gonna touch up these little spots where I missed, sand it down, and paint her over. so she don't rust. There she is, guys. Beautiful window. Beautiful window indeed. She's in. Hopefully there will be no leaks. We'll find out, because I believe the forecast calls for rain in this next week or so. But yeah, that's it. I don't think I'm gonna record the other window install, because it's basically the same thing. Demo, take it out, weld a new thing in there to make the opening smaller, put the other window in, glue, you know what I mean, with the self tappers, and yeah, that's all she wrote.